Good morning, second graders. This is Mrs. Ross, and I am going to teach you a math lesson on probability. So, probability is simply the likelihood of an event happening. So, we're going to learn some new words about probability. So, when we talk about probability, we use these words. If something is impossible, that means something will never happen. If it's unlikely, it will probably not happen. If something is equally likely, then it has an equal chance of happening. If something is likely, it probably will happen. And if we use the word certain, we mean something will definitely happen. So, impossible, something will never happen. An example is it's impossible for a pig to fly. So, we're going to pretend these red circles are marbles. If I put them in a bag, it is impossible for me to pick a blue marble because there aren't any out of these. If I say something is unlikely, it probably will not happen. An example is it's unlikely to snow in the summer. So, again, if we pretend these are marbles and I put them in a bag, it is unlikely that I will pick a blue marble because there's mostly red. If something is equally likely, it has an equal chance of happening. So, an example we could use is flipping a coin. It is equally likely if you flip a coin that it will land on heads as it will tails when you flip it. So, if you look here, I have 3 blue and 3 red. If I put these in a bag and pretended they're marbles and pulled them out, it is equally likely for me to pick a blue marble as it is to pick a red marble. If I say something is likely, it probably will happen. An example is it is likely that it will snow in the winter, depending where you live. So if I had these marbles in a bag, it is likely for me to pick a blue marble because there's mostly blue. Finally, we use the word certain. If we say something is certain, it definitely will happen. So an example is it is certain that Halloween is in October. Now, if I put these blue marbles into a bag, I am certainly going to pick a blue marble because that's all that we have. All right, we're going to do a little game. Mrs. Ross has some jelly beans, and I'm going to show you my bag, and then I want you to tell me if you think it's impossible, unlikely, equally likely, likely, or certain that I'm going to pick a pink jelly bean because they're my favorite out of these bags. So the first one I'm going to start with is this bag here. I have 6 black jelly beans. What do you think it is for me to pick out pink? Impossible, unlikely, equally likely, likely, or certain? If you said impossible, you are correct. So I'll put it down here, shake it up, put my hand in, and I got black because there's no pink in this bag. Good. All right, let's try a different bag. So here I have a bag and it has 3 pink and 3 green. So they're the same. What do you think? Impossible, unlikely, equally likely, likely, or certain for me to pick a pink jelly bean? If you said equally likely for me to pick a pink, you are correct. Let's find out what I pick. And I picked a pink. I could have equally picked a green one. All right, let's move on. So this bag, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow and 1 pink. What are the chances of me picking a pink jelly bean? Impossible, unlikely, equally likely, likely, or certain? If you said unlikely, you are correct. Let's find out. There's always a chance I could pick pink, but it's unlikely. And I didn't. I picked a yellow one. All right, let's look at this bag here. So I have all pink. What do you think? Impossible, unlikely, equally likely, likely, or certain? If you said certain, you are correct. I certainly will pick a pink because that's all there is. So I'll still do it. There's my pink. All right, finally, let's see. I have 5 pink and 1 yellow. What do you think? Impossible, unlikely, equally likely, likely, or certain? You said likely. You are correct. Let's find out. And I did. Yum. I'm actually going to eat this one because they're my favorite. So have a great week this week learning about probability.